Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Mixtape Moth, and today I'm gonna hit y'all with a review of the new RZA and DJ Scratch EP entitled Saturday Afternoon Kung Fu Theater. Let's get to it. Now, of course, the RZA, the Resurrector, the Abbot is the sonic architect and creative genius of one of the most important groups in the history of hip hop. In the 90s, few, if any, beatsmiths could match the unique production style that the RZA brought to the table. As a result, I do consider him to be a top 5 producer of all time. Since the 2000s, however, some Wu-Tang fans and even Wu-Tang Clan members had become dissatisfied with the sonic direction that RZA had taken. He seemed to be more focused on displaying his growth as a musician and incorporating elements of live instrumentation rather than the grittier sample-based beats that define the Wu-Tang sound. You know, the majority of heads weren't in love with the RZA's experimental sounds on albums like 8 Diagrams and even A Better Tomorrow. And in recent years, RZA had spent a considerable amount of time doing the Hollywood thing, directing films, acting, and creating movie scores. So it had been 14 years since the RZA had released a project, but now he decided to come back outside and connect with the legendary DJ Scratch of EPMD fame for the 7-track EP. Initially, it was supposed to be a full-length project based on the theme of Bobby Digital versus the RZA, but it was trimmed down to just 7 songs lasting approximately 26 minutes. There are no features, just RZA rapping while DJ Scratch holds down the production front. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track by track breakdown. The intro tells the tale of the B-boy who was known for possessing 2 egos. One is Bobby Digital, the hedonistic life of the party guy, while the other, the RZA, is the philosophical and wise leader of the Wu. It's set to a punchy piano instrumental, but I feel this intro would have made more sense had this have been a full-length conceptual project as originally slated. Therefore, it kind of came across as filler. Now, the first actual song, Saturday Afternoon Kung Fu Theater Part 1, has a grand and hard-hitting orchestral beat. The horns go hard, and I consider this to be a banger. So for this record, RZA is in character as Bobby Digital. As a result, he switches the flow up and gives us more of a zany and brash performance on the mic. He's animated, extra arrogant, and having some fun playing into this hedonistic persona. As a whole, it's a dope first track that sets things off on a pulsating note. Track 3, Pugilism, has a very traditional Wu-inspired beat that's mid-tempo, head nodding with deliberate keys, organ, and strings. I could have easily pictured Master Killa or Method Man over this instrumental. Here, RZA utilizes more of a slower and raspier flow. He's giving us some braggadocio and flexing his lyrical dexterity. A line that stood out was, "Overthrow your quote, chap your throat like tuberculosis. 2020 quarantine, I developed the perfect focus." And RZA had stated in an interview that it was during the initial quarantine time when he became motivated to make this project. There are some kung fu vocal snippets on the hook to help tap into that Wu aesthetic even more. Yeah, overall, I do have this as one of the highlights. Afterwards is Never Love Again, where RZA gives us a somber love tale over a symphonic soul beat. The sample sounds distinctly suited for the RZA. On this record, he does some autobiographical storytelling. He states, "Any cipher I would enter, I would learn to adapt. Papa Wu told me, yo, God, love is a trap. I proceeded with caution. We didn't need the abortion. I never knew you would use my seeds for the extortion." Yeah, I think it's a cool track with a wintertime sound that I could have envisioned Ghostface sounding great, pouring his pain over. Right after is the single Fate of the World, which is built around a captivating vocal sample. It's a thoughtful and anthemic record with some uplifting bars from the RZA about unity and the state of the world. This is RZA's vision for a better tomorrow, a theme that he has talked about since the late 90s. It's philosophical RZA doing what he does best. The beat seems tailor-made for RZA, although I had learned that DJ Scratch initially produced this for Busta Rhymes in '09. Now, for some reason, I don't remember that track, but folks on Twitter were saying that Busta Rhymes did the instrumental more justice. I can't speak on this since I didn't hear the Busta version yet, and I'm not even sure what it's called, but for me, RZA sounded great here, and I have no complaints on his performance whatsoever. Some social commentary that stuck out was despotism, capitalism, socialism, forget the wisdom, now we sitting in a rotten system. I really dug this song not only for the production, but because RZA's message of coming together seems to really resonate with the times. The following track, Fisherman, finds RZA going even deeper and providing some insightful gems. On the first verse, he traces the origins of black wealth and knowledge of self. However, these same kings and queens fell into the trap of the trick knowledge, materialism, capitalism, and the allures of the street life. However, on the second verse, he switched it up to give us some braggadocio and bold declarations of his skills as an MC. I thought the mysterious horn loop and punchy drums made for a dope backdrop, but altogether it's a strong offering from the project. The final song, Kaiju, has a lively and forceful beat that samples possibly a Japanese melody. It sounds otherworldly and fantasy inspired. I actually have no idea what the RZA is rapping about, but it's very RZA-esque in the sense that it was urgent, technical, scientific, and imaginative. However, it might be my least favorite as I found the sample to be a little too bizarre, but I like RZA's energy nonetheless. Overall, I give this project a rating of a strong 3.5 to 4 mics. It's a robust 7-track offering that displays the chemistry that the RZA and DJ Scratch unexpectedly have. It's straightforward, traditional Wu-Tang material with no experimental detours. I just wish that it was a little longer than 6 songs in one skit, but there are no misses, and it's great to hear RZA rapping and dropping his sage-like wisdom on us. It sounds like he's happy to be in the booth again, which is a good thing, considering he had been focused on other ventures for quite a while. And DJ Scratch proved that he clearly understood the assignment as he crafted beats that captured the RZA aesthetic pretty well. I know as Wu-Tang fans, we have likely pondered, what a new Wu-Tang album would sound like in 2022 and which producers would be involved if the RZA wasn't the main one. And after hearing this collaboration, I wouldn't be opposed to a new Wu-Tang album produced entirely by DJ Scratch. My favorite tracks include Pugilism, Fate of the World, and Fisherman. Let me know what you thought about this EP in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. The resurrected DJ Scratch, Saturday afternoon Kung Fu Theater 1.